Hey guys, don't usually show my face in these things, but it's 3 a.m. on Tuesday, March 17th in COVID-19 America, so what better time to look like this? No makeup, whatever. Who wears makeup at 3 a.m. for YouTube videos? Not me. Still getting used to this crap. Anyway, it's the day that 8 out of 10 of my snakes would normally eat, so I figured I would film a little video showing the process that I go through, just offering each one of them a frozen thawed prey item. They're all pretty much on mice at this point because they're small, the ones that I'm feeding today anyway, with the exception of the first snake, Udon, my ball python. He eats small rats. That's about it. So just a forewarning for anyone who's gonna watch, please watch, but there will be mice and rats that are already dead, frozen thawed, that will be fed in this video, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Hi, Udon. What you up to, hungry boy? Why are you always so hungry? Good boy. What a good boy. Hi, Nazima. Good boy. Your turn, Kuchimba. Good job. Good boy. Please eat it. Don't just strike it and leave it. Quick update. Adazuma is finishing first here. Oh, you silly boy. Good gravity. Okay. Alright. Udon is still constricting in his water dish for some reason. Crazy. I'm not even gonna check on Kuchimba because he's so finicky. Now it's Tangy's turn. She usually doesn't disappoint. Oh, she's drinking. Good girl. Thank you. Another update. Udon has taken the mouse out of his water dish and is chowing. So much glare. He's never, ever, ever missed a meal for me. I don't have that issue with ball pythons, and I guess I'm super lucky in that regard. But, yeah, he'll eat this entire small rat, and tomorrow he'll be looking for more. He's, like, voracious. Even Inazuma, who's a baby, was over here wondering if I ever got any more. Next up, we've got my female hognose, Svinja. She has never, ever, ever refused a meal either. She loves her food, and she's, to me, the most amusing to feed because she kind of just opens her mouth and waits like a little baby bird. She's always so gentle like this. This is one of the longer times it's taken her to even open her mouth ready for it, but I don't usually have the lights on this bright when I'm feeding them. For a diurnal species, I still do feed her at night because I feed everybody else at night, so this is how she eats, and she'll probably finish before Kuchimba does, and he's had his food for like 10 minutes now. Even the female sand boa is still just constricting it. Moved to a different position, but she's still just hanging on. Next up we have Onizon, the snow Kenyan sand boa who had a jaw injury when I got them. Still not 100% on what sex Onizon is, but Onizon is a great eater. And we'll probably finish actually swallowing this before Tangy. And right next door we've got Sfinja, who's already almost done. She'll be cruising around looking for seconds in a minute. Next up we've got Flingerkin, a male, I'm pretty sure male, snow Kenyan sand boa. He is more finicky and also very sassy. Oh, he actually struck it. That's good. Good job, boy. He's also a little strange. Not sure why my phone cut off there, but he's a little strange. He might just wander off and leave this here. He does that a lot of the time. Even in pitch dark, completely silent conditions. But it's a good sign that he has it in his mouth, because usually he just strikes it and then swims off through the sand. It's kind of like a shark, that's why I call it swimming, because he'll go through and whip his tail around super quickly and sassily, like, leave me alone! Let's see, Tangy. Tangy's had this mouse for like 10 or 15 minutes now, and she's still trying to go at it. The Sfinge is long done, and Orchid is acting more like Flynn today, has abandoned mouse for the time being, I think because of all the lights. Well, we'll check back after we feed Orchid. This is abnormal for Orchid. She is a very shy lady. She's very small, refuses meals constantly, even though she's a female. And I've had to assist feed her on more times than I'd like to have had to get her to eat, just so she stops losing weight. So hopefully she'll prove me wrong for the first time in months and actually eat this. Or I'll drop it. Where you going, little girl? She's like older than Flingerkin and Onizon, but is smaller. Where you going? Come on. You can do it. I know you can. I don't know why you're out here. Can I put you back? Would that be acceptable? Silly, silly. Can you eat for me? It would really make my day. Wow. Sand boas are ambush predators, so supposedly you're supposed to just kind of like bounce frozen thawed prey around to entice them to ambush it. And from what I've heard, they tend to strike towards the side, not really strike towards the front usually. But everybody says sand boas are usually easier my phone battery died, of course. But anyway, it's borderline impossible to show me trying to assist feed Orchid, but once I get it in her mouth, I kind of just use gravity to convince her she should keep it. And in all of the times I've done this, if I put her back in her enclosure, she will abandon the food and hide. If I hold her, she will complete it, which is very strange. It's not something I mind doing. I just wonder why she is this way. I know that assist feeding generally is something as a last resort that you don't want to do because it can cause stress to your snakes. I understand that, but she's kept in identical conditions to all of my other sand boas in the same bin with the same substrate and the same schedule, and she for some reason just will go for months without eating anything, which is apparently really abnormal for females, usually more normal for males, but she's too young to be going on breeding strikes like that. So I do what's necessary. When she loses weight, I assist feed her. I just basically use the nose of the pinky to gently open her mouth, and once she latches onto it, she sort of wakes up and realizes it's food, and then she goes to town. Once she has it, she eats it more quickly than any of the other sand boas, which is interesting. I just don't know why she won't eat of her own volition. But I love her regardless. So in that time frame when my phone died, I was talking about how, generally speaking, in the reptile community, I hear that sand boas are easier to feed and less likely to go on hunger strikes than ball pythons and hognoses. In my experience, this is the exact opposite. I don't have a large population of snakes to base that opinion on, but I have 5 Kenyan sand boas, and they're all infinitely more picky than my 1 hognose and my 2 ball pythons. I also have a boa imperator juvenile, likely Nicaraguan locality, and it's not feeding day for Grynet, so he's not in this video. And I also have a juvenile Python Brongersmai, blood python. She, Ketseki is her name. She eats like a champ, but she just ate, and they don't eat on the same schedule as everybody else at the moment because everybody eats at different intervals. It just so happened to line up today that all the KSBs and the Hoggy and the ball pythons were due for food. But Tangy finished up hers and proceeded to look for more. She doesn't like the light. They're a nocturnal snake. Sphingia, the hognose, western hognose, is still looking for more. She is a piggy, and that's what her name means, Sphingia. Honazon is still eating this mouse. This is the Kenyan sand boa that had the jaw injury, whose sex I do not know. And over here, we've got Flinderkin. Oh, still just hanging on to this pinky here. I guess he's waiting for me to leave and turn the lights off, and hopefully he'll eat it and not abandon ship. But anyway, Orchid's done. She ate that pinky, has a very small bulge. Sometimes I give her 2 pinkies if she's receptive, just because I'm trying to get her weight back up from all of her hunger strikes, but today she's only getting 1 because I'm not trying to go through my rations at a time like this unnecessarily. You want your plan back, honey? That's everyone. Thanks for watching.